Hello there, I'm Jacob Simpson. I'm applying to the film production course at UCLan, and this is my interview video. I was always brought to believe you need a career which will give you financial stability, will make you, have a good career in the future. And then I was thinking about it in the last few years, and recent years before that, and I thought, can you really put a price on loving what you're doing? And I thought there's no point going to university for 3 years and then your career afterwards regretting your choices you made every day. And so I decided to go for something that I am passionate about, I love doing, and I would love to have a career on it in the future. I'd probably say my strongest attribute would be my patience that I have with all aspects of the process. But also patience is a great skill that you can have in everyday life. It helps you to become more tolerant to people if you understand them and understand what they need time for things to happen. Patience also helps in the film production business because it allows you to give people time to do things, and it helps get a greater product at the end of the whole process rather than a rushed piece of work. Although I should probably say an actor or a director who's done great work, for everyday life I'd have to say it was my grandfather, who he's lived his life to the fullest and he's still going on today. He pretty much defined Carpe Diem. He has a story to tell about everything because he just decided to do life rather than just study it and work with it. He never went to a university like I plan on doing. However, he let that work for himself, and he has a story to tell for every situation, and he is what I wish to be, to have a life full of adventure, full of action, full of memorable situations, and I would wish that greatly in my life. If I could have a life like my grandfather, I'd be a very happy man. If I was to choose a 10-minute film to make, I would definitely base it on The Killing Joke, which is a Batman comic, a one-off Batman comic. And in it we find out the backstory of the Joker, which is always alluded to in games, in film, and in TV series. The reason I like it so much is because it's got a little dark twist. It shows that really situations can happen to anyone. You don't need to be special to have something bad or something good happen to you. It just shows it can happen to anyone who's having a bad day. Anyway, as the story goes on, we find out more and more about it. But then at the end, we have a cracking monologue. It is absolutely amazing, and that'd be a great way to finish the entire 10-minute episode. And even in that monologue, we have the line, "Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes I remember it another," while referencing his past, which means that even though we have this story, we don't even know if it's true, and the ending is completely unknown because all we see in the comic is Batman laugh, Joker laugh, and fades to black. We don't know what happens then, and I think that'd be a great cliffhanger ending. I'd say my most memorable scene in film would be in Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring, which it came out when I was about 5 or 6, and up to then it'd been kids' films I'd really been watching. It was my first, proper grown-up film, and I still remember the Battle of Amon Hen, and in that battle, the scene was just shot so well, and as a child, I lived that scene out so many times with my friends. We acted it out. We each played the characters several times. We developed it. We built storylines around that area, and it inspired my imagination as a child. For the memorable moment in my life, the defining moment in my life, I'd be silly not to mention that last year I was diagnosed with a Ewing sarcoma in my right leg, which is a form of bone cancer. And I had a year out of school, I had a year to have chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and it was hell, but in that duration I settled on what I want to do with life. I came to the conclusion that life is literally too short to spend on something that you're going to regret every day. I want to spend the time that I have on this earth to do what I love, to wake up every day and look forward to going to do something I'm doing at work. And it is with this that I've decided what to do with my life. And although it was a crap year, it really helped me get through knowing what I was going to do. So that helped.